Hey everybody, welcome back. We are making up for lost time on The Strain, Bibbs, Alonso. Episodes 207 and 208, The Born and Intruders.
I see you've been hunting the master for some time.
Most of my life. You?
All of mine.
Sunday. Eldridge Palmer, he's been 5 steps ahead of us this entire time. And Goodweather's bioweapon is contained.
Come on, you little monkeys! Nothing matters more than destroying the master.
I've been expecting you. Welcome to the new world.
Things are picking up.
Things are always picking up.
They are, that's true.
Like every week.
You're right,
The show is consistently, especially this season, because it started off kind of slow.
Yeah.
Started off kind of like a gradual build, and then since the shit hit the fan, it's just been a pretty fun ride.
Yeah, the momentum has been, you're right, pretty steady.
And there's been really, really good stuff. I love the openings on this season because they find ways to open the show in a way that I just did not see coming. Like, fuck it, gladiator fight, why not? And yeah, the visual effects were terrible.
Oh God, the CG of the people in the stands, I was like, oh man, not since the boats in season 1 of Turn have I seen like that bad CG on television. But it was brief, so you know.
But the idea behind it was really, really solid.
Totally,
And then, did you get like a Spartacus sort of riff off of the whole scene with like the Roman senator? You care only for the juice of one animal, the human animal.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that, but now that you mention
hadn't thought about it. Okay, well,
okay, no.
Right.
I yes.
All right, good times.
Given.
Good times. But it's a lot of fun. I'm really liking this new character, Quinlan. It's he's just fucking Blade. That's all he is. He's a damn fair. What do you want?
Pretty much. But you're right. If you've got immortals, why not play a little history there and do something with them?
You're having fun.
I just want to point out real quick, episode 207, directed by Howard Deutsch, the maker of Pretty in Pink.
No shit.
Yes. Go figure.
Huh.
Anyway, so what do we learn? Okay, Nikki is alive.
Okay.
Which is bad news for Fett.
Yes, poor Fett.
I know, poor Fett.
He's such a child when it comes to the whole relationship thing.
You know,
like he's such a
and we knew Dutch was going to be trouble. You know, she is not.
Dutch doesn't seem like the sort of like
girlfriend material.
No, I'm not girlfriend material. Maybe I don't think she's ready to settle down.
Well, yeah, okay, wife
That's
material is what I'm saying. You're right.
You start dating a woman like Dutch, and you should know this is not going to be a conventional romance. You should be ready to honestly. Oh, Nikki is back. All right. Like that's where you go.
Well, yeah, I
Come
suppose.
on.
Yeah.
Work with it. That's what I say. Turn a negative into a
But
positive.
see, I think that's the straight guy fantasy of what that situation is. That almost never works out that way.
Almost. Exactly. It's that 5%.
Outside of porn, I think you're probably barking up the wrong tree there.
Since when have I ever been outside of porn?
You're right. Silly me. Meanwhile, okay, at what point they are really like not being subtle about the Dr. Goodweather likes a drink. You know, that just becomes more and more of a thing.
Having so much fun with it.
And I'm just wondering at what point does he just become this complete, Rayma Land, with the, trying to pawn the typeuwriter,
Don't talk about our vampire mafia.
Exactly. It's like, okay, no one can accuse them of springing it on us. The build is happening, And chilled bourbon, is that a thing?
I've had chilled bourbon. It's okay.
All right, I've never heard of that before. So.
But you should sip bourbon. Bourbon is quite delicious.
Yeah, ideally.
There's most drinks. No, I digress. Here's one thing I was wondering. It took so much effort for Ephraim to get out of New York. It was this whole big suspenseful sequence.
Oh, right.
I expected him to pull off a mask 2 weeks, just trying to get to the. And then he just...
Oh, yeah, getting back
just
was
pops
no
back
problem.
into New York. I realize it's probably easier to get into a quarantine zone than out of it. At the same time, that seems like there should be a scene.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that because certainly in 208 when Kelly is driving into town and they have to give her a whole van of Strigoi behind her as a distraction.
Yeah.
So clearly there are checkpoints in place. What's her face? Samantha Mathis is keeping a crackdown on who's in Red Hook.
Yeah, so I don't know. Again, I assume it's easier to get in than it is to get out, but it struck me as a little comically easy.
I guess they were in a hurry to get going to the next thing, and that happened.
Maybe they shot it and they realized they didn't need it. The train always runs long anyway.
True.
The
discovery of the nursery, that was super creepy.
Oh, super duper creepy. I love the little pile of canes. It feels like when you're playing like a horror video game and like you're walking down the hall and you see that thing. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that pays off later. Oh God, what am I about to walk into? There's this amazing moment. Like, I love what they're doing. The sniffers are like the coolest damn vampires.
Oh, yeah.
They're the coolest introduction to the vampire lore since the Reapers from Blade 2, which is also Guillermo del Toro.
And a great introduction to modern dance, too.
You know, I want to skip ahead a bit because we had the and we need to talk about the makeover sequence. But when the mom comes back, great sequence, really creepy, her hanging about the window and everything like that.
I'm so cold.
I'm so cold. Help me! Just fucking David Arquette like flying by the window and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Help me! I'm free. But when they shoot her, and then one of the sniffers like jumps to take the bullet. That was fucking awesome.
No,
that was neat.
That was definitely, I had that. I wrote that down. That was totally a highlight.
The show seems energized by these creatures. Like, those creatures are just like, this is what it's all about. Because the initial idea behind what makes these vampires unique, the whole, tendril coming out of the mouth and everything, has become old hat.
Well,
it's still good, but it's not special anymore.
We did also learn that if you cut one in half, the top half will live until you finally like cut the head off or whatever.
There you go.
So it's very earthwormy of them.
I loved, seriously, like, is this your color? It's this weird, like, I felt like it's just an outtake from like Cabaret, like this weird vampire cabaret. Is this your color? Yeah, the worms have given you your mind back, so tell me, is this your color?
Are you a fall or a winter? The scene where Eldritch Palmer is busting his chops about not having become the new master. I wrote down Bitch Palmer because that was like, it's quantifiably bitchy for sure. Damn.
I find myself, now that Eldritch Palmer is kind of in the Master's debt, and he's also starting to find himself more and being in a relationship with Coco, who I do not trust at all anymore. If I ever trusted her, this is not like some nice woman. Like, there's gotta be, she has an agenda. Coco, she's working for the Masters, something.
Or she at least is smart enough to realize that, like, if the streets are on fire, cozy up to the guy with the helicopter.
Something. Yeah, I don't trust her. I don't think she's entirely a nice person, but fun character. I like her. But I think it's interesting. Eldritch Palmer has gone from in control of the world to middle management, and that is where his frustrations lie. The idea that everything he does is being micromanaged by someone is pissing him off.
Well, that's why he wants what's the damn book that everybody wants?
The Lumen.
The Oxidolumen.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. It's like Harry Potter spells. Yeah. Anyway, clearly that's, he wants to have something on the Master,
And I loved that. I kind of wish we'd gotten to spend more time with it, but I love that it all boils down to, we're going to rob a cardinal.
This man has the lumen. Palmer will take it from him.
How are we going to stop him?
We're going to take it first.
This is the Mother Odessa cries for in the night.
It's like, I was thinking it would be liberating a historical artifact, but we're going to rob this son of a bitch. And then Vasily's laugh like, he's just like, yes,
goody.
This is why I joined this team.
Exactly.
Get to do all this crazy shit.
I thought blowing up a factory was going to be the highlight of my week,
It was fun.
And as episode endings go, Ephraim saying, I'm going to kill Eldritch Palmer. It's like, well, okay, that's...
Well, I like his...
And cut to credits,
He's very committed. Like, a lot of people, like Vasily is committed to just sort of containing things and letting people do what they do.
Sure.
Satrakian is very committed to killing the Master. Ephraim is very committed to finding some practical solution. Yeah. And when his magical demon virus doesn't work, it's like, fuck it, I'm going to kill a billionaire. Because why not?
Yeah, it's not
good for him.
Who couldn't?
Right?
But the crazy thing is...
We're not encouraging that.
No. But we've still got Nazi guy running things, so it's not like getting rid of Palmer is going to somehow derail the whole,
Well, actually, here's what might happen though. He's actually going to, he or someone else is going to succeed in killing Palmer, and we're going to think, oh, okay, thank God, and then Coco takes over.
There you go.
Like, no one knew, but he left Coco everything in the will, And then it's just like, oh shit, Coco Charmant is like, she's even worse.
Right.
We're gonna find out that, like, on top of everything, she like hates Indian restaurants and she like firebomb. Like,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we talk about the Indian restaurant? Why is this a story? I don't get it yet.
I'm so committed to it, and I think
There's got to be some payoff at some point. I'm trusting the show that much.
I think all it boiled down to is basically our hero who left the vampires, didn't want anything to do with it. It was some glimmer of hope that he was going to have like a normal life, and he's going to have to give it up to fight the master again. And if that's
so they had to create a thing for him to sacrifice.
Exactly, because he already lost his mom, he already lost his brother. He was kind of like, he had no attachments, so he wanted to build attachments. That's my theory anyway.
Your mother is dead. That creature took over her body. Her one goal is to turn you.
I want the master. Shall we invite her to join us?
So now he's got to give up cute Indian girl and the luchador of his.
Or some of them are going to die and some of them are not. Like I'm not sure. I mean, again, they might go in a different direction with it, but that's the way it plays to me, and I think they overplayed that hand. But it's time to move on, and it looks like we're moving on, and he's finally going to do stuff again.
Yes, that would be nice.
That would be very nice. I'm trying to remember like the last time there was some like really tedious subplot on a show where I was just like, oh, get on with it. I don't care about Jack's tattoos on Lost.
I was going to say, I knew you were going to mention Lost somehow.
Yeah, like anyway, forget it. Anyway, The Strain, fun, good time.
Yeah. No, good stuff happening. I'm going to be gone for a week or two, but we'll carry on or we'll catch up when I'm back. One of the two.
One or the other, basically. Exactly. I'll try to find someone.
Thanks.